Welcome to Addy Trade. Today we're just going to see the levels for 27, tomorrow the expiry trading. So last week when we saw the levels, we were pretty clear that we could be within this channel, and the lower end of the channel, the targets were about 45,850 and 45,650, where we made a low of 44,624 on this 1 hour chart in Banknifty. Now coming for the levels for tomorrow, no doubt the bullish momentum is still in place. See, if this is the start of a new impulsive wave, okay, there are two possibilities. The first possibility is we could make this type of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and even break out of this. The first target on the upside is 46,380. That is the first target on the upside. So even if this up move has to come, we can expect a some kind of an intraday reversal tomorrow, probably until this level, that is 45,800. If we get a dip closer to this 45,800, that is when we would be interested to go long, not immediately. In case we get a gap up or something, not immediately go long, we will wait for this retracement. That's how that's the most likely that will be the target of the second wave. If this is 1, it will be like a correction and we would get a dip until 2. 90% of the time the second wave corrects until 0.16 or 0.6 of the fib, and then we could get an impulsive move. The other possibility is this could be a slightly bigger correction, where we could have this type of A, B and C. If this type of an impulsive move on the downside comes, the targets are 45,350 and 45,145. Now how I got the target is, when if we say this is something like what I'm plotting, A, B and C, the target for C is based on elite wave principles. You can go check that up in Google if somebody is aware. If somebody is not aware, if somebody is aware, A can be equal to the C wave, the length of A wave, or it could be 1.6 times of A. Since being the monthly expiry, we could expect some kind of a trending move on the downside. The 1.6 of the wave will come somewhere closer to 45,145. So if we get this type of a move on the downside, I would be interested in trading rather than the trade on the upside, right? Because always the depth of correction, there is a possibility we could get a depth of correction until 45,360. So in case, depending on the price action, if we get a nice bearish kind of candle start forming from the morning, and if the market is going down, I would be interested in this trade. Obviously we don't have to keep this as a very big target for tomorrow. We can use the CPR level as the CPR pivots as the intraday targets. But today, tomorrow and the day after, if this down move continues, these are the targets that I'm looking at on the downside: 45,350 and 45,160, around 45,150. This would be a very strong support, that is around 45,350, where even previously we took support and bounced. So these are the two possibilities. Now how we can decide the trade is, it all depends on how the market behaves at the CPR during the opening, right? So wait how it see depending on the open interest and the price action. If we are getting some rejection, the first target would be 45,800. My plan is to take this short target between CPR and this 45,800, and if we are going to get a bigger move, then try and re-enter, because there is a possibility that we could come retrace closer to this 45,800 and again go up, right? So we don't want to get stuck in that kind of a trade. So this is our view for tomorrow. The view is on the downside, the bias is on the downside, but if this level holds, 45,800 holds, and if we get a nice bullish price action here, depending on the open interest, we might even think of going long, right? We should get slightly trendier expiry this month end. Usually it will be trendy and volatile, right? There will be two type of move. Either we will get a down move and immediate an up move, or we might get an up move and some kind of a down move in the end. So this is the behavior of the monthly expiry most of the time, so we'll need to be careful on that. But this is our plan. We will look to short as long as we don't break this high, and even if you see the target for B is at the max, we can come until 46,200, right? So until here, this type of a move is possible, ABC. So depending on the price action, we'll take a trade. The better trade is to look on the downside. The bias is on the downside. Now the same thing with Nifty. I did explain two possibilities in the Banknifty, and the same thing with Nifty. We could be making this type of a corrective wave where we have A, B, and C. For Nifty, the targets on the downside would be this level, 19,600 and 19,550 on the downside. We could make this type of a pattern, and the other possibility is we could get some kind of a retracement closer to this level, the yellow line that I marked. So one is this, we could make this type of an ABC, and the other one is there is a possibility we could make this 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, right? We could get a move on the upside. So for both Bank Nifty and Nifty, both the things are possible. That's one of the best things of elite waves. It will not give us the exact thing that is going to happen, but based on the analysis and prediction, we can be ready in case this 45,500 breaks and this low, that is 45,600 breaks. We could see targets of 45,350 and 150, but for intraday basis, we will go with the CPR levels. Now I just put on the CPR and shifted to a 15-minute chart. So even today we kind of bounced from the CPR and went higher, right? So tomorrow it will be very important in case we get a flat opening, right? Depending on the US market, if we get a gap up or a gap down, we will have to improvise. But in case we open around here, it will be very important to see whether we are going to take support and go up or come down. Either way, this will be our first target on the downside, 45,800, and only if this breaks, we will try and trade until 45,580. So that's it for tomorrow. Hope this helps, and thank you for watching.